Okay, so I had a request to do some like test hands and combo videos for the Canine Fur Hire deck, and I figured since it's been so long since I actually did one, I should probably try doing that one and see how it does. Because the last ones I think I did was from like summer of last year, which has been a while. I think they were Dragon Ruler Tenpai and Yugioh Heraldic. So yeah, it's definitely been a minute. I think what I'm going to do is kind of just go over some test hands with the deck, just because I think every hand can kind of be started different, but like with like all the canine decks, as long as you start off like turn one with Noroi, you should be good. So yeah, I'm just shuffling the deck up real quick, and I'm just gonna do a quick cut. We're gonna see how I can do this if I do it upside down. The first hand is gonna start off with Fossil Dig, Fua, Case, Chaotic, and look at that, there's Noroi. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do this upside down and see how well that works out. I just hope it's not too confusing. We're gonna start off with Noroi. I'm gonna check to make sure the angle is okay. That should be fine. Start off with Noroi. We're gonna use his effect to special summon from the deck. We're gonna summon out Lantern. We can kind of conserve Lantern here because we already have the case, but we might as well just I think we can just overlay here, because I don't think game 1 we have to worry about Droll too much, but games 2 and 3 is more you're gonna see it probably. We can overlay here. We're gonna activate Case. We're gonna add, let's see, Izuna or Jokul, whichever one. We're gonna add that. I can actually put the hand down here, I think. Basically, Noroi is just one card, full combo everything. So if you get interrupted anywhere, you can kind of just pivot. I think for Case, you probably want to... It doesn't matter because you just have Ripper. We can go Ripper effect. I'm going to put the extra deck down here. I'm just going to make sure... Okay, yeah, you can see the graveyard. This is a bit confusing, doing it upside down. Oh yeah, this is the banish zone. Okay, so yeah, detach, we're gonna add Jokul. We're gonna do Jokul's effect, summon these two from hand. Effect of Izuna, we're gonna send the Lupus to grave. And then with the Jokul, we're gonna add Lantern. If I can find it, I'm gonna add Lantern. So right here, we'll go Lantern effect. We're gonna target the Noroi to special summon. And then because we haven't used Lantern's effect yet, right here is kind of like if they have Nib, they have Nib, but they need to have like a Imperm or a Veiler to get rid of the Ripper, or get rid of everything. So if they don't Nib you here, they probably just don't have Nib, which means that you can basically kind of do whatever. Now at this point, Noroi is the one card combo. So you can either do the line where you, at the end of the turn, you use Dampa's effect to pop Case, and then Case to set Force Release, or you can do the Konkiri line where you put like a Noroi on the opponent's board, and then when you summon Dampa from deck and then summon another Fur Hire, you can pop the Noroi, and because a card the opponent controlled was destroyed, we can draw 3. Since we haven't used Lantern's effect, we can just go ahead and use that and add Force Release, so we can kind of conserve the case. And keeping case on board is pretty good, just because if they activate a monster effect in hand or graveyard during their turn, case is going to give your canine monsters a boost, so they can't attack over easily. So here we have 4 bodies. Konkiri's going to become 2. So we might just be sending the Noroi, or the case, sending case to grave with Noroi to look at the hand so we can play around whatever we want. We're going to overlay for the Konkiri. Konkiri's going to detach the Noroi and then target the Noroi to put on the opponent's side of the field. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use Konkiri and Izuna to make, I hope these cards aren't going to fall off the table, the Keel is going to activate, and we are going to put the field spell from deck face down on our side of the field, and then we can activate it. We're going to go ahead and activate it, and we're going to add Beat from our hand and then discard it. Because after that, we can use Keel and Jokul. We're going to link into Donner. Donner's effect, contribute herself, summon 2 from the graveyard, and I think I hope I said this in the deck profile, but the sequence in which you summon these is going to be very important, because if you summon the Keel first and then the Beat, you're not going to be able to use Beat's effect. So you want to use Donner effect, summon Beat, and then because you attributed a link, you can summon another one. You summon Keel, and that's going to make sure that Beat sees a Fur Hire with special summon, so you can use this effect. We're going to add Rex for Hire and use Beat's effect to special summon a Fur Hire from hand. And then Rex's effect is going to go ahead and grab us the Mayhem for Hire. Wherever deep it is the next card. Whoops. Add Mayhem. And then we're going to link 3 into the Folgo. Folgo's effect is going to activate. We're going to summon the Donpa from deck and use the effect of Mayhem to target the Beat to Reborn. And then what we're going to do is going to do Donpa effect, target the Noroi to pop. And because a card on the opponent's board was destroyed, we can do Folgo effect to draw 1. And then because we control 3 with different names, we can draw 3. So we're going to shuffle the deck and then just draw 3 cards. And we already have 4 cards, so we're going to end our turn with 7 cards in hand. But we are going to be setting the Force Release, so we have a 6, so we don't have to discard. So 1, 2, and 3. And basically, having the Rex in hand is really good, because on the opponent's turn, we can go Keel to special summon if they try to add a card from deck to hand, which lets us draw off of the Rex. And then it can also let us proc Donpa to pop a card, which lets us draw off of Folgo. So yeah, this is going to be your end board with, I think we just started with Noroi, and then the hand was kind of built so that if we got interrupted anywhere, we could just keep playing. But yeah, this is the end board. And then on the opponent's turn, like I said, we can do Rex, banish, target, well, that's interesting. We'll just target the Donner to special summon. And then because monster was special summoned, we can go chain 1 Beat to search, chain 2 Donpa to pop. We're going to pop something, and then Beat is going to add the Raphael. And then we can do Chainlink 1 Folgo to draw 3 cards. And then we can chain Keel to special summon. And we're going to special summon the Raphael and draw 3 on the opponent's turn. So we have the Rex, we have the Izuna, and another Izuna. It's really good because Raphael needs a for hire card to discard in order to negate a monster effect. So because we drew into the Rex, during our turn we probably also could have Fossil Dig for the second Rex just to make sure we have it in rotation. But yeah, this is just, it's good discard fodder for Raphael. And then on the resolution, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 other for hires on field, Raphael can on special summon look at the top 4 because we control 4, add 1, shuffle the rest back, so we get to look at Ash Blossom, another Ash Blossom, Chaotic Element, and Nibiru. We'll probably just take the Ash Blossom because I think we have plenty enough to stay alive. We're not really worried because we have like 1, we have Folgo negate, now we have Ash Blossom, we have Ripper negate, we have release to pop 1 and then exceed summon to like a Jax or a Werewolf, which can kind of just get out of hand for the opponent. Yeah. We just draw during the opponent's turn. It's crazy. So that was kind of just off of Noroi. Hopefully with the next hand, I think I'm probably going to try and do if we get interrupted somehow, because K9 can play through multiple hand traps if you have like the right hand, and you could also do that with the for hire stuff. Getting in an archetype Jokul was pretty good for the deck, and especially since the way it's worded, it just works out for the deck really good. So just gonna do a quick cut and we're gonna see what our opening hand is like. So we have Fossil Dig, Rex Ride is pretty good, Izuna, and Force Released. Okay, so the hand isn't the best, but it's also not the worst. We can play through hand traps with this hand. If they Ash us, they play right into Izuna, so they need Ash and Perm in order to like stop us fully, which is pretty good. But this is a not once per turn search effect, so I'd assume that they wouldn't Ash this. So we're going to start off with Fossil Dig. We're going to add the Rex Freight for Hire, wherever it is. There he is. And then Graveyard's over here. We're going to do Rex Ride to special summon 2. We're going to summon Rex from hand, and then Ride. And then we're going to use Rex's effect to add a Speller Trap card. So I think the most generic stuff is to just add the Mayhem. That having the quick play Monster Reborn is just really good. Or what we could do is we could actually add the field spell here, because we don't want to get locked. We would rather end on a board with like Ripper, and if we go into the new Link 2, we're going to get locked if we use the set effect, so we can activate this. And then we can activate the field spell. If they Ash here, we're still in a good position because just of the fact that we don't really need it. So we're gonna say they Ash the field spell, because if they don't, it can kind of get out of hand, but they fall into the Izuna, which lets us activate it and then do the effect. And even if they imperm this, it doesn't matter. went past the Lupus. No, I didn't. So we're gonna send Lupus, and sending the Lupus is really good because it lets us play around Imperm. And this is 4 summons right here if we go Lupus. So we're playing under Nib as well. We overlay for Ripper, and we still have it normal summoned. So our opponent Ashed, so they still have 4 cards in hand. We can go Izuna to search. They can't Imperm, so we just add Noroi to hand. Haven't used our normal summon, they have 4 cards in hand. We can normal summon the Noroi, use the effect, add the. We still have a level 5 in hand, so what we can do is we can summon Lantern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, Lantern effect. We can add Case. Yeah. Wherever that Case for hire. That's not a for hire card. That'd be a cool card. Case for K9, which will activate, and that'll let us add Jokel in case we need a extra helping of extension. So what we can do here is we already have Force Release, so we don't really need to pop this. So we can go Noroi Send to take a look at the opponent's hand, and then we can kind of just build our end board like normal, and we know what we're going to be going up against, so we can just kind of play through it. So these 2 are dinosaurs, and all of the fur hires need different types in order to be link summoned. We can kind of end just on SP, or we can go directly into Fulgo. Fulgo's going to get us beat. Machine, Pyro, yeah, they're all different types. I think you can use these 2 to make another Exceed if you want to. But I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go. We basically have the Ripper. We're just gonna go Keel. Keel is gonna let us set Mayhem. Let's see, where's Mayhem? There it is. We're gonna set Mayhem from deck. And then we can do. This is kind of tough, actually, just because of the fact that we don't have Beat. So normally we probably won't even just do that. We'll put this back, and then we'll do link 1, 2. We'll put the Freight Engrave, and we can just link directly into the Fulgo. Fulgo is going to do the effect. We can summon Beat from deck because we didn't use a. I don't think we did a warrior. That's a machine, Pyro, yeah, and dinosaur. So we can summon Beat, and then we can go link 2 into the. I'm not sure if we do Keel here. We'll go into Donner. We do Donner effect. We revive Beat, and then special summon the Rex. You do Beat effect. We can add. Oh, we want to end on Donpa. So we're not locked, so we can still do that. Yeah, we'll just add Donpa, and then do Beat effect to special summon here. And so what we can do is what can we do? We have Rex Engrave, so we can actually end on. We could probably use these 2. We can link into SP just to have this on board, and then we have set up Rex Engrave, which can revive the Beat or the Rex Ride in our graveyard. we have Jokel in hand, so we can use that to keep going if we really need to. But it's kind of not necessary here. We can just conserve this because we still have like IP, or not IP. We have Izuna, we have Lupus Engrave, we have Force Release, so we still have a good amount of interruptions. We just probably won't have. We can't summon one from hand. We just have to settle for summoning one from grave, which still is pretty good because of the monsters that you can summon. So during the opponent's turn, we have a SP Little Knight. We have Folgo. Again, when an opponent's card is destroyed, draw one. If we control three other names, or two other names, three different names in total, we can draw two more. We have Izuna Negate, Force Release, Pop, and then rank up. So it's still a pretty powerful end board. I think it plays pretty well. Yeah, we'll just do that. We're gonna go during the opponent's turn. Because Rex Ride is a level 5, it puts us in a better position because we don't even have to use the Izuna. We can just summon the Lupus. Lupus can exceed summon, but we can pop with Donpa. Folgo is gonna let us draw 3 cards and just hope that it ends up being a hand trap. Hand trap, yeah, just hand traps. We're like Ash and Ghost Bell. So we have Ghost Bell, there's one, there's a Noroi, and there's Chaotic Element. So we have a hand trap now. We have follow up. We still have Izuna to negate something. We have Force Released to rank up into like a Jax, and then pop. And then we can do Lupus effect, special effect, overlay into like a Valon. That's actually the only other interruption that we can put up. Detach, Book of Moon something. SP can banish herself and something else. Jax, pop another one. And then Ghost Bell for anything. So this deck can just set up like interruptions really well, which is really cool. I think I'll do one more test hand. I was just kind of hoping that the opponent only opened at Ash Blossom for the field spell, which we were still able to kind of play through if they only had the Ash Blossom. The deck can play into Fua pretty well, but Perulia is a very difficult time for this deck. I think in the sneak preview tournament yesterday, or the day before, I think, when I'm gonna be uploading this, I got Perulia'd round 1 maybe, and I kind of just went Perulia? Fua? It might have been Fua. I can't remember. But it was like game 3, and I went Rex, summon, I think it was double Fua. It was double Fua because I used Rex Ride, summon Rex Freight, summon those two, search the trap card, and then kind of just pass my turn because my opponent had like 3 cards in hand, 4 post draw. And the trap card was kind of just broken, which helped me win the game because I was not hoping to give them like 16 draws, even if the new Rex lets you draw with them. So I'm going to do one more test hand. We have Donpa, we have Ghost Bell, 2 Ghost Bell, Freight, Pandora, and Phosphatic. Okay, so interesting hand here. So we kind of have to hope that our opponent doesn't open like multiple stuff. we can play through one Ash. If they Fua us, it's gonna be a bit difficult, but it should still be fine. I'm gonna go Fossil Dig. We're gonna add Ride. We're gonna go Fandora, because I open that like it's my job. Do they have Ash? Most of the time they're gonna have Ash. So we add one and discard one. Do we play through? We do not play through Fool with this hand, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. And only having the we can play into Fool with this. We'll say they have Ash Fool, so we activate this, search, they Ash it. We'll go Ride, Special, Donpa, and itself. So here we're going to go ahead and normal summon one of our Ghost Bells. We are going to link 2 into... I don't think we're gonna be able to get into anything. We can go into the Freight. Would it be smarter? I think if we wanted to play through Ash Fua, we had to search for we might have had to search for the Little Rex instead and try and bait out like an Imperm, Ash. I don't know. We'll just keep going, see what we can do under that. We're going to do the Keel. Our opponent's going to draw 1. Chain 1 Shipwright. We're going to be able to set the Quick Play. I don't think we do that, to be honest, though. Just because we don't want to be locked, and if we get to Rex, we can just search it, which is better than setting it. So our opponent drew, so we're going to be able to do Rex's effect to draw 1. Case, that is like the best top deck we could have gotten in this situation, because they already asked our thing, so we don't have to worry about that. That's just an insane top deck. Izuna effect, summon. We're going to dump the Lupus. And now, because we have this, we're going to be able to draw with our opponent. So our opponent has 5 cards in their hand again, which is kind of big. And we are already under Nibiru range. So if they don't have it like here, they're probably going to draw into it later when we already have Ripper. So we do that. We're not locked because we didn't set. We can go Ripper. Ripper effect, detach. Our opponent actually did draw, so we'll do Rex. We're just going to refill our hand. That's actually still a really good top deck. Ripper is going to add... What do we even add? We already normal summoned. Case, I think we add Jokul, but I really want to do Noroi. I think the smartest play to do here is gonna be to add Jokul, because we're gonna be drawing with our opponent, so we can just try to keep going. Or we just force our opponent to draw and we just refill our hand. Let's see, what would our play line here be? We can actually set the quick play spell, but I don't, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go Lantern, Special, Izuna. So here we can pretty much kind of just go with whatever we want. We could probably use, well, if we forget to set off this, we should just go lantern effect. We just thin out the deck for our opponent so we can draw into more stuff. But now what we're going to do is we're going to use these 3 and we're going to make Folgo. So our opponent gets to draw a card. We're going to do chain 1 Folgo, we should do chain 1 Ride, chain 2 Folgo, just so that we don't accidentally draw into the beat. So chain 1 to draw, chain 2. We're going to summon Beat from our deck. Beat's going to summon, do we want to summon Beat? Let's see. We could search, no, it's better to go Beat. And then we get to draw a card, and then because we summon Beat, we get to draw another card. We're basically just refilling our hand. And then because we search for the Force Released, if our opponent tries to nib Impermus, we detach the Azuna, we can use Force Release, target the Azuna if they try to impermit as well, and protect ourselves if they don't open like Valor. And then if we pop this, I think we would be able to set the Force Release again, which is pretty good. So we get to draw off of the Folgo summon, and then because we summon Beat, we get to do Rex again to draw another card. That's a really good draw. We'll do Beat effect to special. We'll do chain 1 Rex, chain 2 Beat, I think. They already asked, so it doesn't really matter. So we're just going to go ahead and add the Fail, and then that Rex is going to add us the Mayhem. And unfortunately we don't already have a for hire card in hand, because we kind of want to use this on our opponent's turn, or on this turn we can use it to extend more, but we're going to use these two to link into Donpa. That's going to they're going to draw again, we're going to draw again, we draw into a Noroi. We're going to tribute, and we're going to summon out here it doesn't really matter, summon out Beat, and then we're going to bring the Donpa back. Our board is going to be a little bit clogged, but what we can do is we can go Donpa effect, special Refail from hand, do chain 1 Refail, 1, 2, 3. We can look at the top 4 cards of our deck, add 1. We're going to be adding another for hire card if we find it. We should have Keel in grave, yeah, because we didn't use its effect. So we're going to look at 1, that's a for hire card, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to grab the Fossil Dig, and we're just going to use the effect, and we'll just go ahead and add probably another Rex, because it's just good discard fodder to have. And now we have 2 Nibiru negates. We gave our opponent like 5 draws, which granted is not really the greatest, but we still ended up doing stuff. Now what we could do, we aren't locked, so we could also end on IP, but we'd have to use the Rex, which is basically giving us a refill of the hand. But honestly, we could kind of just leave it like here and just hope that they didn't draw into enough gas. But yeah, that kind of was a crazy like top deck sequence, which kind of just shows you the power of being able to play into mulch armies with Rex, and why this deck is so cool. So yeah, that is 3 test hands. I think I sequenced those pretty well. Let me know if you guys saw any different combos. Let me know if you would have played into mulch armies with that hand, or would you have just like tried doing as minimal as possible and just pass. Let me know what you guys think. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the future.